Right, here we go then. Our last night of second round action, and kicking it off we have Danny Noppert against Justin Hood. Noppert, the world number 6, who has had a very good 2025, featured in a number of big TV semi-finals, and he started his campaign here well as well. A 3-1 victory over fellow Dutchman Jurjen van der Velde in round 1. Some decent stats, a 96.5 average, 7 180s. Been firing in the 180s this year, hasn't he? That's maybe been one of the differences in his game. And 43% on his doubles as well. He has gone out at this stage the last couple of years. So can he get himself back in the post-Christmas action? Well, Justin Hood was so impressive on his debut a few days ago. A ton average in beating Nick Kenny 3-0. Having won his tour card at the beginning of the year, that was certainly one of his best ever performances on a stage. So can he produce something similar here? Because he might need to be honest with you. For the first time this evening then, let's head to comms and say good evening to John Park and Dan Dawson.
Good evening. Let's see if these guys can send us all off for Christmas with something special, shall we? Danny Noppert, Mr. Consistency, solid and dependable and brilliant and underrated all year long, seemingly every year. And yet, he's never got it right at the Worlds. He's never even won back-to-back games at Alexandra Palace. But he comes here as the world number 6 and in excellent form. Can Justin Hood, the mini but mighty man from Glastonbury, throw a spanner in the Dutch machine tonight?
I'm pretty sure that he can. I know he's capable from how he played the first match, and the attitude seems very calm and cool, collected, and I think he could come up with that sort of level. But will is always a big question. Will he? My personal favorite kind of outlook on matches like this is these guys are going to push each other. It's going to be a great standard, over 100 for a lot of the match, maybe dip down near the end. That's how I see it, really.
Well, Danny Noppert was certainly forced to play well in his opening game.
Well, yes, he's had that sort of a match already, and I think
24.
you know that it's a good lead into this one because he'll have to be sharpish as well.
Stick another in there and he's on a finish.
99.
Not quite, but Noppert cannot leave a finish from 3-5-1. Beautiful first start. Very nice setup from Justin Hood. Would have loved the bullseye, but may get a couple of darts for the opening lap.
Well, a good solid effort to put the pressure on. He might not be expecting a chance, but he could get one now because of the unfortunate bull hit. Double 6. Look at that. Absolutely looking like this is a routine, just a routine shot, just another leg. You know, I'll take this one.
He's got great attitude, Justin Hood. He's treating this whole professional darts thing. It's just a big adventure. Just seems to really enjoy being part of the circuit. This is his first appearance at Ali Pali, his first year on the tour.
You know, sometimes when you think maybe you're dreaming because everything's going so well, so you just relax because you think, that's just a dream anyway. I might as well just do it. See, he has that sort of a look.
98.
I don't know how he does it, but I like his attitude.
Many of your dreams, John Part, involve you walking up on a stage in front of 3,500 people wearing a penguin bucket hat.
They will now.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that look. I'd have to be more of an emperor penguin, though, I believe. Well, it'll fit in with the nickname and all.
100.
don't think he likes to lie, that dart, so he'll come down for the 19s.
136.
Yeah, very good visit. Gets a little distance between him and Hood, and you know, you want to hold your throw here if you're Danny. Pretty much, these sets can slip away from you if you lose them, and it goes very quickly, and players get in trouble. So these early legs, very important not to have missteps.
Tops for a 15 darter. There we go. Good start to this one. 15 darter for Hood, 15 darter in response for Noppert. Doubles hit the first time of asking.
60.
Ten times Danny Noppert has reached the semi-finals of a tournament this year, or better, he has reached a final as well, only one of them, but hasn't picked up a title. I know you're a big advocate, John, of that feeling of being the best player in a tournament, the best player on the day. That's an important feeling to have. That gives you more confidence than just going, look, I'm performing really well all the time, but winning things is a thing, isn't it?
Well, yes, and it gives you the proper feeling when you're going for the game shots, or if you need a big out, you feel like, yeah, I can hit this. This is what I do, and this is what I'm doing. It's just all part of the daily routine. It becomes when you're winning, and it is the way to go forward for sure, especially with the depth of this day and age. You need that extra reserve of confidence that you will have the timing. You will be punishing your opponent at the right times as well.
And this is the right time for a big visit from Justin Hood, and it doesn't get any bigger than that. First 180 of the match gets Hood down to a double.
Yeah, like magic, he took the 0 out of 208.
Danny Noppert says don't miss.
And he's thinking, I won't.
And he doesn't. 5 visit legs across the board to start this one.
It's funny, though, you say that we did that little routine there, because that's kind of how you're thinking at times on the stage. You're thinking, well, he's saying this to me, well, I got this to say back. And that was a statement back right there by Danny. This is wonderful stuff.
We've got a dialogue here.
59.
And the normally softly spoken Danny Noppert has got pretty loud in recent times in darting turns.
Well, he has 6 darts for 128. I would just start on the treble 20. You want to make it's a setup visit, most importantly.
And he decided to go that way.
He's paying off. He has his choice now.
88.
Leaves tops, which is his double of choice, and once again we've got a chance of seeing a 5 visit leg here, but it's going to be under pressure. Quite a lot of pressure as it happens. Set darts for Hood unless Noppert tidies this up, but the finishing's been good from both so far.
Yeah, to not lose a set. Double 10. It's a big pressure, and he comes through. Last dart in hand, and that is always a relief and a smile on his face, but he still has a kind of a massive job here. Has to break the throw of Hood.
Well, there's not really been a mistake yet from either man, has there? It's been good stuff. right from the start. Nobody's made a mistake and allowed the other one back to the board. They're both averaging around the sort of 105 mark. The finishing is good. Can Justin Hood keep this up for one more leg? If he does, then Danny Noppert is going to have to find something spectacular. He's going to have to find a 4-visit leg, and that's already looking tricky.
Well, here's an opening of a kind. You know, you got to gain against the 60 at least. Maybe not catch up, but hit a ton. Or 96.
58.
And that hurts. That hurts because Justin will be buoyed by that. He'll be ready to take full advantage.
120.
Not quite a finish left, but he's so far ahead. He knows he has 6 starts anyway. Or let's put it this way, Danny's so far back he can't leave a finish.
100.
Name the footballer. We'll let you know in a bit. This is excellent from Justin Hood.
Justin, you require 52.
Single to double for Justin Hood to take the opening set against the world number 6. Now just stops and gives himself a moment. And delivers an excellent opening set from both men, but it's the underdog Justin Hood who's celebrating. All 5 legs completing 5 visits to the board. Barely a dart missed at double. And Justin Hood strides off. That is 1 set done, and quite the curious celebration. Well, keep playing like this, and Justin Hood has got a real chance of taking out the world number 6. But Danny Noppert has managed to hold his throw when he's had the dart so far, and if he does that in this set, then we'll have a level game at the end of it. But it is nip and tuck and high quality stuff so far, John Park.
It absolutely is. And I'm going to have to go back to the first 2 rounds. Your best of 5 sets is a very short format. It can seem long sometimes. You can have a lot of legs and have a lot of length in time, but the quicker matches, the well-played ones that go 3 sets to 0, they're over before you know it. And if you're on the wrong end of it, you can maybe not do much wrong. And that's what Danny's in danger of right now. He's got to somehow assert himself and make sure he gets this set. Can't have an error on his throw.
Well, Justin has already shown that he can go up there and average close to a ton for 3 sets. Did that against Nick Kenny.
97.
And, you know, no offense to Nick Kenny, but I think Justin would see Danny Noppert as a bigger threat and might elevate better because of it, just naturally in defense. You kind of rise to your needs sometimes, unconsciously so. And it looks like definitely Justin's kind of feeding well into this match, doing what he needs to do. But it always then becomes a question, can you maintain that?
134.
They both have very unflappable kind of stage personas, though. I mean, it's hard to visibly get under each other's skin here. You know, there's not much blinking going to happen. Even if they blink inside, they're not blinking on the outside.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Danny Noppert would just ignore you and Justin Hood would laugh. Treble 18 required for Noppy, and he's got it. But he doesn't get tops. Now, a chance for Justin Hood. 1 treble combo of his own.
You know, lots of ways to approach the 110. So treble 17 for tops. Huge dart. Wow, what precision. He's looking so good, Dan.
Well, for the first time in this game, a player has had 15 darts in a leg when they've had the throw and not got the job done. And they have been punished. It's the world number 6 that now has a problem because he's going to have to break Justin Hood. Otherwise, he's going to find himself 2 sets down. What is a response?
Well, he had his other 180 was he lost a leg and kind of hurt at the time, and that was a great response.
423.
So Danny Noppert is firing when he feels he needs to. He's going to have that feel more often, though, because he pretty much needs it every visit. The way Hood's going.
90.
Kicks off 180 and looks at the scoreboard. Barely in front. Now he's not in front.
140.
He took the measure of the last start, knowing full well the 140 would put him a much better spot than just a ton. It kind of left Danny feeling
60.
a little
Just you require
lost and at sea there.
104.
Not even down to a finish, Danny Noppert. Could have got creative and moved around the board, perhaps brought the bullseye in to give himself an option. Didn't do that, backed himself to find a treble 20 and couldn't do that. So Justin Hood,
56.
It's not great, but it's not a problem for him right now. Yeah, no adjacent singles where you're leaving yourself, where you're only going to get one dart for double or anything. It was an okay turn.
And when you've only missed one dart at double so far in the match, coming back with single to double, you'll be quite happy with that.
I don't even remember missing a dart. It's been quite the impression. Double 16 right next to it. Oh, now he has to go up for double 8. It's an easy transition most times.
32.
And he'll be a little upset at himself inside missing that opportunity and giving this opportunity to the Dutchman.
Treble 18. Once again, he's got a dart at tops at the end of this combo. And once again, Danny Noppert has missed it. Couple of 1-1-4 checkouts. If he'd taken them both, he's 2-0 up. He's missed them both, could be 2-0 down in this set.
That just seemed a touch rushed on that last dart.
You show the second leg, Justin Hood. Third leg, Danny to
Well,
Rover.
he was told he wanted 16. He has taken out 16. And that is sufficient for a 2-0 lead.
140.
Well, the referee's always correct, Dan. We've found this out already.
99.
Right, Danny Noppert must win 3 legs on the spin. He kicked off ton 40 in this leg, Danny Noppert. And he has backed it up with a max. Now down to 181. Got to win 3 legs on the spin, but it is hold, break, hold. It's the good way of doing it. But if he's unable to do that, he's 2-0 down in sets, and then the world number 6 is in real trouble, because Justin Hood has been averaging close to a ton since he turned up at Ali Pali, and he has not dipped.
Yeah, it's just like for Hood, there's no doubt in his game or his throw. That's a pretty useful way to play. Danny probably have no doubt about this tops. Double 10.
21. Justin, you require 107.
Not another one, sure. Not another 170 in this tournament.
105. Danny, you require 20.
You know, I think somehow he'll be relieved that Justin didn't hit that, and he gets the double 10. But not just because of Justin throwing well, but because, like you say, there's been so many 170s hit in the tournament. You're almost feeling like anytime there's one against you, it might go.
This is a world-class display from Justin Hood. This is absolutely magnificent.
And in response, a lot of class being shown by Danny Noppert because he's being tested mightily.
Another. It's 6 perfect from Hood.
Well, the first missed dart of the leg.
100. Justin, you require 141.
A little smile from Justin Hood. He knows the enormity of this moment. That's number 7, treble 19, is not found. 3,500 people willing that one in to get a dart for the 9.
Well, let's think and remember now. He's set up now to be a 2-0 ahead. He's going to have 2 darts for it, Dan. This is just really huge and another major seed in big, big trouble potentially.
52 needed. Double 16. Next door for double 8. And he's must to score.
No score.
Well, yeah, it's a little bad, but he's got 2 things in his favor there. The one is the 161 not likely to go. And the other, it's just the single back to 2 darts for double, and you should be a little more composed. He's a little more removed from the 9 darts.
We go again. Justin Hood to take a 2-0 lead. Noppert puts his darts down. And the set is won by Justin Hood, who has got the world number 6 in all sorts of bother at Ali Palette. Justin Hood could be taking out a big name tonight on a night with some huge names, including the iconic Gary Anderson, a 2-time champion of the world. Justin Hood, one more set to book his spot in the action after Christmas, and it is Ryan Meikle who awaits the winner of this one. And it's fair to say, look, Danny Noppert could mount a fight back. We've seen some real fight backs over the course of today already. Danny Noppert would be the favourite if he does come through this when he faces Ryan Meikle. Justin Hood might be the favourite against Ryan Meikle. It'd certainly be a close run thing, as they'd be fighting out for a spot in the last 16 of the biggest tournament in the world. But he needs to get over the line.
Well, you don't really want to change your approach much in the match because you're near the line. You don't want to try harder or anything. You're already doing well, so you just try to keep throwing as you've been throwing, not force anything.
57.
Sometimes you think that I don't want to force anything now that I'm in this position, and you start underthrowing slightly just because you're just trying not to try too hard. It's
60.
Confusing, I know. Oh yes, solidly ahead in this leg. There's no glimmer of an easy way back for Noppert here. He's gonna have to earn it.
140.
Can't leave a finish. Justin Hood doesn't have to bother with the bullseye at the end of this. Go to the 17s. Double 8 doesn't need the bull. Why is it?
119.
Well, if Danny Noppert was hoping that the break might have taken the wind out of Justin Hood's sails, I think that hope might have just dissipated. Oh yeah, a little dead cat shot. Noise in the room. Does that distract you? Does it distract you?
No, I don't think much, but he's kind of distracting himself a little bit. He thought maybe that was in. Oh, well, he's such a cool customer. We have a lot of cold characters in darts, but the happy feet thing, this is working out for him.
97.
Double 4 pin as Justin Hood waddles towards the finishing line.
57.
Well, let's not forget the freeze is in this match, though. Then a little unfortunate there. I mean, that's bad timing when you're trying to establish yourself back and fight back, and you lose the treble. Not good.
140. 97.
Justin Hood picks off a treble last dart.
Yeah, and that means Danny has to take 2, 4, 3, and 6 really to be safe. And that's half of that equation done. You need the 2 of the big trebles the first visit, so you only need the 1 in this visit coming up.
But he had darts at tops for a couple of ton plus finishes, both 114 in the previous set, and he missed them both. Can he get a shot here? Treble 17. Not found. Hood may be too far away, but the way he's playing, Danny Noppert will not be feeling comfortable at all.
51. Justin 450.
Yeah, to miss this would just be catastrophic. He knows it. What pressure on this? He's got 2 darts, but it doesn't help much. Double 10.
Catastrophe avoided.
I mean, that was superb from Danny. Really a lot of pressure on him right now.
96.
Well, this is a guy who's been in the semi-final of the Masters, the Grand Prix, the European Championship, the Grand Slam, and the World Cup this year, playing in that Dutch team. He is regularly going deep into tournaments. But when you walk into a performance like this from Justin Hood, with your record at Ali Pali, John, or with Danny's record at Ali Pali, I should say, there is going to be that voice in the back of his head just telling him, it's this place. I can do it everywhere, but maybe not here. And I don't know why, but it's happening again. And look at him show his frustrations here.
Yeah. 2 scoring darts that were just terrific, and on either side of the treble, and he did well there to take his time, regroup, gets a big treble of some kind. You watch Justin and he picks off those 3rd dart trebles, and it really can get under your skin if you're Danny Noppert right now. You think you get sort of a relatively low score against you, and then it's pretty sufficient.
Nervous times for the Dutch contingent watching on.
96.
Not pleased with himself, and you know, this is where he had the throw, and he was throwing really well for a while, but just ultimately it's just all built up and it's becoming too much.
Won't finish the 114. But he is going to leave himself very handily placed, and he has finished excellently in this game, Justin Hood.
Hood hasn't had a leg off. He just maintains constant pressure.
138.
And now the big visit comes from Danny Noppert, but it may be too late. Because Justin Hood will not quit. 3-0 in his opening game against Nick Kenny. He is a leg away from making it 3-0 in round 2 against a man who's been one of the form players in world darts over recent months.
And I know the last leg or two he's showing some frustration with his scoring, but he's played well in this match up till then. I mean, he's been scoring okay, and it hasn't been like this where did that bad performance come from sort of thing. It's just he's been outplayed, pure and simple.
It has been clinical from Justin Hood.
60.
But you have to get the job done, and as close as he is to victory here, he can all start sliding away, and Danny knows that, and he knows if he holds his throw he can maybe make his opponent feel some of the pressure he's felt himself in that deciding leg.
Oh, but how about another max? Not quite, but it is a match-winning shot for Justin Hood when he returns to the board.
Yeah, and you wouldn't say, oh, he can't hit that. He looks likely at anything he's trying, really.
167.
To snuff out Danny Noppert's hopes at Ali Pali this year. Treble 19. To win it sensationally. Match start missed by Justin Hood. But Danny Noppert's going to have to take out his biggest finish of the game so far just to stay in this.
Well, the hard part done. Well, the second hardest part. This is the hard part. Oh, what a shot. What class, Danny Noppert. Absolutely back against the wall, and he comes up with that 102.
It's a skin saver. Is it a match changer?
100.
Well, the true change, that was a survivor, but the changing, it comes this leg. He has to get the attack going. Needs two big trebles every visit, you feel. There, that's good. Oh, it could be a rare blink from Justin Hood. Oh, well, even then he picks up a treble, the third dart. But it is an opportunity for Noppert here.
Look at this. Danny Noppert scrapping for his life in this one.
What a performance from the two of them. I know Noppert yet to win a set, but if he can get out of this and force the fourth set, this is just some of the best darts I've seen all around.
100.
Maybe things are just starting to turn Danny Noppert's way. The odd last dart treble being found.
Well, had to switch there to leave a finish. He just missed a 167 for the match, so definitely Danny doesn't want to let him have a chance at 164 either.
Double 15 for the set. Danny Noppert survives. Some real grit and determination from Noppert. He has survived a match dart for a 3-0 defeat, but he's got the darts in this set, and if he makes it count, we could very quickly find ourselves in the deciding set of this one.
Well, what an escape artist trick that was.
100.
He watched a bull miss on a 167 finish. It would have ended the match. Takes out 102. Takes out 90. And here we are. And he's got to be feeling, you know, he's down 2 sets to 1, but the hard work's done. He just has to maintain a flow now.
97.
Well, he's survived into another set. It is a close game. It's been a close game from dart 1.
Okay, I know Justin Hood hasn't done much wrong, and he's looked great, but does that count like adversity in his mentality right now? Is he feeling something? Yeah, we know what Danny's feeling. He's feeling like, I survived that. I'm strong, and he is. But is Hood any worse for wear? Well, he's not showing it if he is. Not with darts like that. Pressure on Noppert relentlessly.
Just here, 161.
Another huge finish. This one, he doesn't even get a dart at the bullseye at the end of it. But he does hit the ball in the setup play to leave single to double. Danny Noppert, can he continue this run of combination finishes? Double 10. Now we're seeing the real Noppert. The last 3 legs, 102, 90 and 80, all checked out.
And the 90 and 80 in 2 darts each. Real efficiency.
57.
And is that frustration finally showing in Justin Hood? And again, a really bad timing. This one he's trying to really get into under his opponent's skin. He gets that happen and offers Hood a chance to bounce back.
135.
Well, a few times in this tournament we've seen players go 2 sets up and then their opponent has come back into it. And it's been about the guys in front just dropping off a cliff and allowing them to do it.
None of that here.
Absolutely not. Justin Hood has maintained this very, very difficult to beat level. Danny Noppert is just about finding enough to beat him in a few legs.
I mean, it was a preposterous thought when Hood was up 2 sets and 2-1 and ahead, and it was a preposterous thought that he wouldn't win 3-0. Actually, I mean, the magnitude of greatness in that escape from Noppert there was absolutely 10 out of 10.
100. Danny require 104.
Got a choice. He chooses tops. This time the combination finish is not there.
Yeah, that's the first missed double in a while for him. It would have been pretty cruel had Hood punished that with a 152. But you got to get back into your double hitting ways here, Danny. Take a 2-0 lead, a break of throw. Double 10's been reliable.
How's double 5? Not there for him on this occasion. Was to break Hood and take real control of this 4th set. But it's still very much in the balance here.
Third leg, Danny to throw first.
Well, we sometimes talk about mental stamina. And this has got to be wearing them down.
59.
Relentlessly against each other here, and so few errors.
It's perhaps worth noting as Danny Noppert looks to fire in another match, has to settle for the tongue 40. Noppert did beat Hood when they played last year, but in 2025 Hood has won both of their meetings on the Pro Tour. Now this is a different kettle of fish altogether, obviously. Danny Noppert, a hugely experienced major darts tournament player and a very successful one this year. But Justin Hood is also playing this entire tournament with the demeanour of a man who's treating this like any game of darts.
Well, yeah, I mean, he hadn't lost a set till just now. And he looked like a guy that's not going to lose a set the whole time.
137.
Of course, he has lost a set, and Noppert's all about making that 2. Why would you give up? You played very, very well, and you're playing the best darts of your life. You want to be in this event.
85.
That'll do for Noppert. He did miss 3 from 40 in the previous leg.
96.
Exercise those ghosts. A little nervous look at the score. He's going to have to go for this. There's no busting and letting Hood have a go at 94. He has to go for double 5. He has to hit it. Oh, the composure from Danny Noppert.
Justin to throw.
Well, you run out of adjectives sometimes in these games. All positive. All about having the best control, the best throw at the most difficult times to have it.
91.
I love when people hit 100 and get upset. that's the way it should be.
140.
Bit of bounce in the step of Danny Noppert.
Well, Justin's relying on a 5-visit leg. Danny's trying to come up with a 4.
140.
You get a chance at it. Left 130. And you know what? At the end of a 130 is often that double he just hit. Double 5.
135.
You would love to get a go at double 5 here. he would expect to get a dart at the bullseye for the set. But he doesn't get either.
65. Justin, you require 70.
And Justin Hood take us to a deciding leg of the set. Force Danny Noppert to throw it out. Ooh, now then to the 19s. And he's missed that as well. Two big numbers missed by Justin Hood.
Yeah, he was greedy going for the treble 19 there. It cost him. His aggressiveness cost him and gave Danny this chance. Might get 2 darts for double. He does earn that. Doesn't need them. One's good enough. And we're going to the 5th set. Didn't think this was possible maybe 15 minutes ago, but Danny has done the impossible to get this far. Can he ride it out, Dan?
Well, Justin Hood, he's barely put a foot wrong all game. Couple of missed big numbers there. Just faltered for a moment.
Yeah, that's as big an error as he had. Kind of like the missed 40 for Noppert when he went 20-10, missed double 5 that other time. The errors haven't been huge, the ones that have been in the match. It's been very small stuff, small time stuff, but it's only small time stuff that makes the biggest difference in some matches like this.
Well, this is some response. Another max would be lovely for Danny Noppert, but it wouldn't leave a finish.
95.
Yeah.
137.
Well, he's getting a little sloppy again. Right, fixed up, got good cover there at the end, and rescue of a visit that was getting pretty ugly. And with that other ugly turn the last leg, he wants to sharpen up again, Hood.
136. Does he require 54?
Just double checking. Gets the big number this time. Double 10.
34.
Danny Noppert, there's an accusing glance around at somebody who whistled in the crowd from Justin Hood there, but Danny Noppert to lead this game. To break Justin Hood in the deciding set. He's got the treble bullseye.
96. Justin, you require 20.
We haven't seen him play in a 5th set much. Double 5. I guess it just doesn't matter what set you're talking about. He's in control of his emotions.
That double 5, priceless.
It's one you don't really ever want to have to use, but it's such a great feeling when you do. And it goes.
I'll tell you what, when Michael Smith went all the way to claim the world title, double 5 was a huge part of it. Didn't want to be on it. When he missed tops and tens, he found himself there, and he kept on hitting it under enormous pressure, and that was a pressure dart for Justin Hood.
Well, pressure onto Noppert there. Oh, you can't afford misses left and right at the big numbers.
41.
Now, effectively, Hood has control of the leg.
A chink in the Noppy armor.
And you're thinking, just one treble, please. And he's going to have to switch up the 18s.
57.
Just leaves that big fish.
And we said how many we've seen hit in this tournament. And if this one is hit, then Justin Hood will throw for the match. but he can't get it started.
Yeah, he'll settle for a half-decent setup.
90.
And it leaves 80, which is a half-decent leave. Lots of pressure now onto the 1-2-6 for Noppert to hold.
Should get a dart. Does get a dart at double six. That is magnificent from Danny Noppert. If the world number 6 is going out of the World Championship tonight, Justin Hood is going to have to play some excellent stuff to beat him, because Danny Noppert is showing some real defiance.
100.
Well, if there's a better played match than this tonight, Dan, it's just really lucked out. This has been phenomenal. I know it's right bang on 100 average, both of them, and you think, okay, 110 average, 112, but just because of the need and the way they've been head-to-head against each other all the way and standing up to each other so well, it's been an incredible watch.
34.
It's 10 all in late. There's been so little between them all the way through the match, but things were going for Hood in the first couple of sets. They've gone for Noppert in the next couple, and now, who knows?
140.
Well, he wants another crack at that 170.
Can he fill it up? Another max for Noppy here could be vital. And he's found one. He's found another maximum to leave a two-darter. Another. Surely not Justin Hood. Oh, so close.
Oh, it's breathtaking, even in a miss.
96.
Noppert's so good in the clutch. Can he get it this time? Well, that one flew and flew and flew away, Dan, as maybe Noppert's hopes have if Hood cleans this up.
Double eight. Now Danny Noppert, he could have been closer.
71.
Chances are at a premium against your opponent's throw in this game.
You can't afford that thought, though. You just get on with it like you did the best you could, and it led to this.
This is magic from Danny Noppert. Noppert leads, and he will throw for the match. Can he complete the most remarkable comeback? Justin Hood shaking his head. He cannot believe he's offered up that chance.
And that Noppert had the temerity to claim it. Yeah, sometimes players you're playing against will take advantage of your misses. But he hasn't had many, so you can see why he's frustrated, Hood.
140. .96.
Somebody is going to lose this game, having played excellently from dart one until the very end. But Danny Noppert survived a match dart to lose this 3-0. That is a fact.
That sounds worse than it is from Hood's perspective. I mean, it was a pretty big outshot. You can't fault the man, really.
Certainly can't. And he'll have a look at the 170 again.
He missed the 167 on the bull, as we spoke of just now, and he's missed the 170 on it. It's like he's due one of these to go.
Is he due? To level in the deciding set! times Justin Hood has missed the bullseye at the end of an enormous checkout.
Oh, he's entertaining. Noppert, he's been magical. He's been magical. Can end it here. Can end it here on double 10.
Match start missed by Noppert. Is there more left in this brilliant contest? Double 8 for Hood. Missed it a couple of times in the last leg. Cannot afford to miss it here. And does not miss it. He caught a bit of the fly. He still found the mark.
Well, George Noble had to wave him off.
The match must now run by 2 clear legs. Should the leg score reach 5-5, the 11th leg will be sudden death. 5th leg.
Justin Hood missed a match start for an unlikely 3-0 win. Danny Noppert has missed a match start for an unlikely comeback to win 3-2. We are now in the tiebreak.
134.
Many preposterous aspects to this match, Dan. It's been pleasing. Certainly Hood seems energized by survival. Noppert energized by the fight back he's maintained since almost being out 3-0.
140.
13 180s in the match, 8 of them coming from Danny Noppert. He's going to scamper away down to the 19s.
96.
It's just enough to leave a finish. Is it enough to force Hood to go for the bullseye at the end of this, if he needs to?
Well, I think he wants to get it hit. He's missed it enough times right there.
It'll be double 5 instead. And he hits that. The lead has flip-flopped in this deciding set once again.
And Danny's been facing pressure so often and so long, and he's answered the questions. He's survived and survived. Does he have it in him any longer? Look at this attack.
You've been in these situations, John. Look, when you're in this tense back and forth, where you don't even get a moment of comfort, does it take its toll? How long can he keep doing this and playing well?
I think it's easier to play than it is to watch. I think it really is exhausting because you're sympathetic to how it feels being up there. But yeah, I think the adrenaline, it's your rescue. It helps you, gives you the energy. Just being competitive,
96.
refusing to give in. That's why we get these great matches.
And this is a great match. And a great performance from Justin Hood, who is going to get a chance to win it again.
Well, we hope so. We hope there's no more missed big numbers, at least.
59. Justin requires 71.
71 points stand between Justin Hood and the 3rd round.
That's okay. It's 12, so 19 to leave tops.
He checks. He hits the 19. It's tops. And it's short.
51. Daniel 157.
Really? He couldn't, surely, to save himself. No way, Danny Noppert!
You can't make it up. You just can't. Danny Noppert, the biggest clutch darts player I've ever seen, I think. It's just on the back of this match. Wow, he's hit some shots. The 102 way back in set 3. That one.
Utterly ludicrous stuff. Justin Hood's shoulder slumped so much. His head nearly came off, and then he's fired in another max immediately.
Well, in a sick way, this is fun for them.
91.
It's time for Noppert to attack the Hood. Throw!
120.
He'll get nothing for that one.
Yeah, little break again. I mean, Danny's lost a number of darts in this match. Oh, I don't need breaks. I'll just take it.
140.
Yeah, and for those wondering, that point, if it was touching the board, it would have counted. It doesn't have to be in it, but because it was away from the board, touching the other darts doesn't matter. That's to touch the board, the point.
No need to go for the bullseye, Justin Hood, given the rare luxury of being able to set up. Noppert will pose a problem for him again. Of course he will.
140.
They are not giving each other a moment's peace.
32.
Yeah, you just want this to be like autopilot. First dart. Now it gets sticky. Or not. What a really good job. He stepped over, opened up the lane, and kept the line beautifully to move that leg ahead again in the decider.
86.
It is penalty shootout darts. The crowd are singing his name. And he's firing in another max. It's his 4th in 3 legs.
Well, it's what you have to do to win, maybe. Maybe, I mean, this is anybody's.
130.
Because Danny Noppert won't let go.
Looked like a real chance, looks less of one now. There's still an opportunity for Justin Hood.
Well,
it doesn't leave a finish, but still better position than his opponent. Well, you want to stay on the 18s or possibly 25. Yeah, that works. You get a chance for that to win, Dan. How preposterous might that be?
Leaves single to double, but Danny Noppert cannot stop Justin Hood. Having a look at the 1-3-4, got a lot of different options for this. Where's he looking? Going on the 17s, he needs another in there. And he's got one. It's another match dart for Justin Hood. Double 16 to win it sensationally.
118.
That could be the same target. Danny needs to save it. No, he's going for tops. Tops it is. Yeah, well, we effectively have a best of 3 leg situation now.
What a ridiculous game of darts this is. Another shake of the head from Justin Hood. 3 times he's thrown at a double to win the match. 3 times he has missed.
Well, it's fair enough, Dan. It shouldn't be easy to win a match at the World Championship, right? It's rarely this hard to win a match, but it shouldn't be easy.
56.
It is exhausting, but magnificent. This is proper darts.
58.
Yeah, well, the victor will be very pleased they have at least that break till the next match.
But at the minute, we have absolutely no idea who that is going to be.
Well, if it is Danny Noppert and he plays Ryan Meikle, they'll both survive from being 2-0 down. How unlikely is that?
Yeah, Ryan Meikle coming from 2 down to beat Johnny Tato earlier. This game has been something else.
98.
Only a max will do for Danny Noppert, and he's not going to get that.
140. Just you go 156.
Double 18 for a 156.
Why not? Why not? I don't think he needed it, but the way these guys have been throwing, any outshot has a chance.
Danny Noppert must hold his throw to force a sudden death leg. Justin Hood had never even set foot on this stage before until round 1.
Yeah, next you'll tell me he only started playing darts in June. It's that unbelievable. How does he compose himself? This is phenomenal. What a performance.
He has been brilliant since he walked through the door. And that is 5 perfect darts to start this leg. The chance of the 9 has gone, but there may be a chance to win the match.
Well, Danny still has it in his control. Got to carefully.
134.
Well, that was a big treble to hit, because I don't think he would have liked the single outcome.
93. Danny Uruguay 127.
Has he got another combo finish in the locker to save his skin, to stay in the match? He might do. It's the ball he needs. Danny Noppert keeps on doing it.
It's just too hard to handle this. 1 leg left, folks. 1 leg left.
11th and final leg. Justin to.
It is an Ali Pali classic. The defiance of Noppert, the drama, the brilliance, and it comes down to this leg.
57.
You wouldn't fault them if the scoring wasn't quite as sharp.
140.
The 157, the 127, the 126, they're all massive checkouts from Danny Noppert. But the scoring from Justin Hood at the back end of this game could yet give him another chance that he might just take.
It's unbelievable. 221 left now for Noppert, but Hood will have 6 darts from 264, and I say that because he's playing well enough to take it out in 6 darts. He really is. It's up 1-2-4. Danny's going to try and leave at least 1-2-1, you feel. He wants to be better, though.
No treble, it is a finish, but advantage Justin Hood. Can he finally take a chance? He's not going to get one in this visit. And the look at the score, surely Danny Noppert, there's not another silly checkout in this.
46.
Well, you know, he was blocked on the 18s, wanted a bull to leave double 18.
Treble 18 is not found by Noppert.
98.
It's just,
Justin, you require
we're down to at least
17
rational outshots now, Dan. We can cope with this if they hit it, I think. But it is so huge a moment.
Can Justin Hood cope with it?
Thank you. Thank you.
To the 20s. Match dart again. A fourth time for Justin Hood to throw at a double to win this. That is an instant classic! An alley-pally barnstormer! And it is Justin Hood who prevails! The most epic of contests! Danny Noppert battling back from 2 sets down, repeatedly producing the unlikely to save himself. But Justin Hood would not be denied, and he'll be back after Christmas. What a contest, what a game, what a performance for the man on debut.
Yeah, he even looked excited, Dan, when he won. I'm impressed. Hey, what a moment. What an enduring performance from Justin Hood. I absolutely just couldn't believe some of the outshots Danny Noppert was pulling out to deny him winning earlier. Again and again and again he was denied. But at the very last, he hits tops on 78 to finally clinch victory. And that must have been some massive relief.
An unbelievable contest, high on quality, even higher on drama. Hood could have won it 3-0, Noppert missed a match start in the deciding set. And then Justin Hood found a way with a barrage of scoring. And he is through to round 3 of the biggest tournament in the world. Let's hear from him.